What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I thought it'd be kind of cool to put together sort of a video where I show you guys the most OP players that you can buy under 100k. Now this isn't a full squad for under 100k, just to be clear. These are the best players that you can buy in FIFA that cost less than 100k coins. And we're talking PS4 prices, by the way, so if you're on Xbox or PC, prices may be a little different for you. And obviously, of course, this is in my opinion. So if you guys think there are any good players that I missed in this video, please list them down in the comments below. But yeah, I thought it'd be kind of a cool video to do. We did one for under 10k right after the winter refresh came out, and we got some new players. So if you guys haven't checked out that video for some super cheap players, go ahead and check that out. But I think for 100k, this is a good range for you guys that well, you probably shouldn't be building your first squad by now, but maybe you're wanting to go the cheap route until team of the season comes out or something like that. And so you just need a, you just need a squad to get you through weekend league or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So we'll just start at the goalkeeper position, and this is probably one of my favorite goalkeepers in the game at the moment, and that is Handanovic. This is an 88 rated card here, which will cost you about 39k, so he's actually really cheap these days. And good thing about this card, he's tall, 6'4", got pretty good diving, 87, 86 handling, 89 reflexes, 89 positioning. Me personally, I don't really care about kicking because I don't ever kick the ball, but I feel like this is a pretty good card. I've used Courtois, which is also really popular. Kind of feel like this card is better, but you have to run a Serie A squad with this card, obviously, because the country links aren't going to be the greatest. But if you are running one, this is a card that I would definitely give some consideration to if you're on a budget. There are a few other ones that I would mention as well. Also, like I mentioned just a moment ago, Courtois, who's about 78k at this point. This is also a great card, which will link to Ramos and Varane on the defense. Will give them strong links, so that's why this card is popular. And this one is this guy's pretty tall too, 6'6". He's got pretty similar stats, maybe even just a little bit better in some categories like handling and kicking. But definitely a good option either way for those guys. There's also another guy here, which I'll mention. Fortunately, there's a lot of good keepers you can pick up nowadays for under 100k. So whether you're building, a hybrid that's got La Liga defenders or Serie A defenders or something like that, there's some pretty good options out there. So another one I would give a shout to would be Donnarumma. Now Donnaruma's got about 67 informs at this point in the game. Apparently he's doing pretty good in real life, well, at least according to FIFA. I don't watch Serie A, so sorry, but as far as the in-game goes, you can actually pick up his 88 rated inform for 94k. So this is definitely a card that you'd want to pick up. I mentioned this just as base card in my under 10k, and he was one of my favorites there. Still pretty good here. Again, you are kind of limited as far as what kind of defense you can run, but if you are in a Serie A squad, or maybe you've got an Italian icon or something like that, like a Cannavaro, you definitely got to give this guy. A chance here, man. He's got crazy diving and reflexes for an 88 rated card, and then of course, handling, positioning, pretty good. He's also super tall at 6'5". Again, that's kind of a good thing about. That's kind of one of the things that you'll want to look for in a goalkeeper here is having guys that are tall. So great option there. And there's just one more I got to pick from. That you guys can check out, and that is Neuer. Now, not a lot of people use Neuer this year because the Bundesliga defenders are kind of trash, but this is a good card, man. You can pick this guy up for like 75k. He's 6'4" as well, so tall. You can see he's got similar stats: 91 kicking, 91 diving, 88 and everything else. That's actually really good for a base card. Being 90 rated. He's going to be one of those cards that if you can fit in the team, going to be a pretty good option. So, yeah, so we had Handanovic, Courtois, Inform Donnarumma, the 88 rated card, or Neuer. So you really got 4 options there that you can pick from, depending on how many coins you have. So that's actually pretty good. Really, the only option I think you're missing at this point from keepers that are actually commonly used in this game is De Gea, which you're going to have to spend over 100K for. But other than that, man, hey, you got a lot of good options there. So moving on from the goalkeeper, I think we'll start with the left back, and we've got Alexandro. Now, this card I know is amazingly popular. I've used him I don't know how many times now. I'm kind of tired of using him at this point, to be honest. But he is a pretty good card, and at this point in the game, you can get this card for as little as 30K. So super cheap. Super cheap. He's kind of, you know, getting on the point to where you may want something better at this point in the game. But again, if you're on a budget, he's going to do work for you. He's got high work rates. He's 5'11". He's got high stamina. Jumping may need a little bit of work at this point, but you know, he can actually even get forward and cross the ball in too if you like those attacking backs. But pretty decent card, man, for 30K at this point. If you're on a budget, give him a shout. There's also my boy Marcelo, which I know a lot of people are actually kind of scared to use this card because of the high-low work rates. I've actually used this card, and I can tell you that it kind of feels like if you have a high-low work rates, he will get back on defense, but it kind of feels like if you leave him on balance, it's kind of like if you've enabled like attacking fullbacks in your instructions. So he's going to try to get forward anytime you have the ball. He's going to make those runs down the sideline. You know, you can tell him to stay back, and he will a little bit, but he's going to want to get forward. Still a good defender, though, man. And this guy's got 5-star skill moves as a defender with a 4-star weak foot. So you really can't beat that in terms of a player that can get forward, or just having someone that can handle the ball well. You know, if you're trying to work the ball around in your attack. And this guy's got pretty good defensive stats, actually better than Alexandro, minus the marking. You know, 85 standing tackle, 85 interceptions, got a lot of stamina, good aggression, good passing. He's exceptional crossing. Just maybe needs a little boost in jumping and marking, and I don't know, maybe could use a little boost in pace. But this is a pretty good card. If I didn't mention before, he's cost like 73K. So, you know, if you're willing to give him a chance, solid left back as well. There's a couple more options that you have. I would just kind of mention. You know, the ones that I'm putting in the starting lineup are the ones that kind of get my first mention, but these are just some ones that you can find as well, depending on you know, if you got the coins or what direction you want to go or what type of team you're running. Now, I don't know if this is because of the promo. It's probably because of the promo that's out right now where you can get the UCL live cards. But these are coming down in price a lot. And shockingly, even though Ajax is still in the Champions League, this card is pretty damn cheap right now. He's like 57K. And if you look at these stats, man, that is a pretty damn good left back. I mean, 87 marking, 87 standing tackle, 98 jumping, 99 stamina. And look at his pace, man. Look at his freaking pace. He's got good agility and balance, good passing and crossing. This guy gets strong links to De Ligt too. So if you want to run that card in your team, hey, you got a guy that can be a part of the little triangle or whatever you want to run. So he's an option. I would say the only bad thing about this card is he's freaking 5'7" and he's got a 2-star weak foot. Mainly the part about him being 5'7", defender. So you kind of got to keep that in mind. But what's this card like? 57K right now. Hey, I would give him a shot, man. But it just kind of depends on what team you're running. Obviously, you got to have either an Ajax defender or midfielder or somebody from Argentina. Maybe a little hard to link, but you know, that'll be up to you. Thought I would kind of mention him here. And then the last one that I'll give an honorable mention to. Not a lot of people run this card. I've got his red card in my team, so I've run him when I've been on a budget. And that is Chilwell. I've got the red card, so that's why I didn't pop up here. But this is a card for your Premier League squad. which is actually not bad. You'll probably want to start thinking about moving to something better at this point in the game. But again, 100K is our limit, so, you know, you got to spend a little bit more money if you want some better players. But this guy is pretty decent for the price, man. I think right now he's going for about 50K for an 84 rated inform. He's got 84 standing tackle, 83 sliding tackle, 82 marking, 82 interceptions, 85 jumping, and he's 5'10", so he can actually win headers for you, which is nice. Got high work rates. He can get forward and hit them crosses in, 87 crossing if you want to include him as a part of the attack. So not a bad card for the price, man. I would say, you know, if you need a Bundesliga squad or a Premier League squad, if you got some Premier League defenders and you don't want to cash out on Robertson, which for me, this is overpriced. I know he links to Van Dijk, but way overpriced. This is probably a guy that you want to give a shot. So that's pretty much it as far as left backs go. Now, if we move on to center backs, I got to go with my boy Varane. I've been using his gold card as recently as last weekend, which you definitely get him under 100K at this point. He's actually about 68K. This card, obviously, was a pretty meta card early on in the game. People have moved on to bigger and better things at this point, but if you're on a budget and you need a meta defender, this guy is definitely going to be one you should give a consideration. He's got medium high work rates. He's 6'3". He's got good pace. Me personally, I like pacey defenders, so you got to at least have like 80 pace if you want to spot on my squad. So he definitely fits the bill. Obviously, he's big. I would say the only real bad factor about this card is he's got 40 balance, so he's not going to be able to change directions real well. But once he gets going, good luck. And he's got pretty good defensive stats: 88 standing tackle, 87 marking, 84 strength. You probably want to throw an anchor on him or something like that just to boost his jumping and stuff like that. But a pretty good card for less than 100K for sure. There's also a couple other cards that I would mention. One that I would give a shout to. I don't know why I keep saying shout. I never say that ever, but in this video we are. Lucas Hernandez. He's got an inform card that is 85 rated right here. Again, another pacey back from La Liga. If you like pacey backs like I do, you know, give this guy a try. He's only 6 foot, which obviously is slower or shorter than some guys like Varane, but he's got medium high work rates. You know, better agility and balance than Varane. And if you look at like 89 standing tackle, 87 interceptions, 87 jumping. You know, he's got some good qualities as far as being a center back. So this guy goes for about 92K, so just under 100K. So again, if you want to give, have an option there, probably one of them. Another choice that I'll just give an honorable mention here, who doesn't necessarily fit the meta that I was just talking about in terms of pace, but I think it's still a pretty good defender, is Headliner Skriniar. Now, this card actually comes in over 100K, which is why I'm just giving an honorable mention. If you happen to save a little bit more money, this card can be found for about 120K or so. And this card is he's 6'2", medium high work rates, got a 4-star weak foot. Again, if you see like the pace, you know, 72 acceleration, 76 sprint speed. Could be better. Agility and balance could be better. But if you look at his defensive stats, he's got 95 marking, 91 standing tackle, 88 interceptions, 82 jumping, 88 strength, and 91 aggression. So if he can get close to the ball, hey, you're going to be in trouble. He's just, you know, give him something to boost his pace. He's actually a pretty solid card. I've used him in Weekend League before, and he's done well. You know, if you happen to save up just a little bit more than 100K, I just thought I would mention this card. But for the ones that are under 100K, these are probably the two guys that I would be looking at. Obviously, they get strong links, so you'll just have to find out which keeper you want to use and go from there. Now, as far as right backs go, I feel like really there's not like a good amount of quality right backs under 100K. There's definitely a lot of good right backs in this game, but the ones that you can buy at this point are pretty much all under one or all over 100K. So if I had to choose a couple that you would use just for the low. Probably Walker would be one of my choices. This card is obviously 6 foot, so he's got decent height, high work rates, so he can get up and down the field. He's got the pace, which is probably one of his best strong suits. And then he's got decent defending, so 84 standing tackle, 81 interception, marking kind of low at 78. He's got 83 jumping, 89 stamina, so he's going to be able to run all day. And he's got some decent strength. So, again, if you got a Premier League team, hey, maybe worth a shot. I was about to say shout again. You may want to give him a shot, man. That's all I can say. You may want to give him a shot. There's also this guy, which I've used in my club for over 300 games, which is Lala. You guys already know who he is. I finally turned mine into an SBC. Actually, we'll down here. I finally turned mine into an SBC not too long ago, but you know, for what's this card going for right now? About 62k for an 84 rated Lala. He's decent at this point. Again, he's got pace, which is one of his strong suits, good agility and balance. He's one of these cards that you want to definitely include in your attack. So I would probably leave him on like a balance. You see that your players are your defend or your opponent is dropping back in the D. Have him get forward. He's got pretty good passing, good crossing, decent defensive stats at this point in the game. Good stamina, good aggression. I think that if you if you can get more coins, I would probably go for his 86 as a minimum at this point. But again, we're talking budget under 100k. I'd go for the 84 Lala or the Walker, depending on your team choice. Now, it just happens to be that if you are running these two defenders here, hey, Lala right there, that links up. So that kind of depends on what you want to do there. So, yeah, I would say those are probably the choices as far as right backs go. Oh, there is one more I forgot to mention. He's over 100k, so I just want to kind of mention this real quick here. If you have just like 30k more, like about 130k, there is the 86 Cancelo, which I think would probably be a better option than these two, obviously. But again, you're gonna have to pay for it. He's got 84 standing tackle, 85 marking, good stamina at 86. He's gonna be one of those cards that can get forward as well. He's pacey with good agility and balance, decent balance. He's got high medium work rates, 4-star skill moves. So just throwing that out there as a potential option, but again, he costs more than 100k, so out of mind. Yeah, as far as the defense goes, this is probably something that I would go with for under 100k. I think that looks pretty solid. Let's start with the winger. So at left mid, we've got actually not a ton of options. I would say probably at left mid, I would go with the ones to watch Promise, however you say his name. Sorry if I'm fucking it up. Oh, I've already got him down here. My bad. I have this card personally. I use him as a super sub at this point in the game, but you're bringing a 5-star skiller into the game. Nice. This guy's got 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high-low work rates. Only 5'9", but hey, can't really knock an attacking player with 5-star skill moves. That's going to bring a whole dynamic for you, as it'll be harder to get the ball away from him. He's actually a pretty good finisher too. 88 finishing. He's got some decent pace, enough to be on the wing, just enough to be on the wing. Good agility. I would say pretty decent stamina. Good jumping. His composure is a little bit low at this point, but hey, what can you say? He costs about 84k right now. So if you didn't end up picking this up from, I think there was a foot swap for this card not too long ago. This may be someone that you want to go for. Also, as an honorable mention, or not really an honorable mention, but another option, you have Richarlison, which he's got a ones to watch card as well, which is 86 rated. This card I'd probably run as a striker, though, honestly. He's got 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, high work rates. He's in the Premier League, and he's a Brazilian. So you shouldn't have any problems linking this card into your team. But if you look at the attacking position, the finishing, the shot power, he definitely needs to be a striker. That's really good. Pace is pretty decent. His dribbling, ball control is pretty good. He's got decent strength and aggression, good stamina, good jumping. 85 jumping at 5'11", so he'll definitely be able to win some headers for you. So I would say that's a pretty good option. Again, run him as striker, but you can bring him in as a left mid on your team just for the chemistry reasons. So definitely give that card a go. And I think that's pretty much it as far as the left wingers go. Now let's move over to the actually, let's do the right wing. Let's do the right wing. So there's not a lot of options really there for under 100K either. I would say the first option that you want to take a look at actually is Salah. Just his base card, he's 88 rated. You can get him for just under 100K at this point. He is 96K. Last time I checked, he's got 4-star skill moves. The only bad thing about this card really is the 3-star weak foot, but this card has got pace. He's got attack position. He's got finishing, which is obviously what you want. You probably want to boost his shot power with some type of chemistry style, but he's got the pace. He's got the dribbling. He's got the finishing. So that's definitely a card. I would run this card as a striker as well. This is definitely a card that that's going to get you some goals. Also, he's in the Premier League. So he'll be fairly easy to link into the squad. In fact, there you go, Walker and Salah, just like that, bam bam. So you got some options there. You see where we're going with this? See where we're going? So you know, it's Lala here if you want to link there, or Walker here if you want to link with Salah. So you got a couple options there. Were there any other ones that I wanted to take a look at under 100K? There is. I'll mess it up here. There is also Lozano. He's got an inform card that is 85 rated, which is actually pretty decent looking. Pretty decent looking card. He's 4-star, 4-star, 5'9", high medium work rates. He's got the pace, obviously. He's got pretty decent attacking position, finishing, shot power, good agility, composure maybe a little bit low, good stamina and jumping. The strength is a little bit low. You can get this card for 30K at this point. He may be a little hard to link, being an Eredivisie and the Mexican links, so he's going to take some thought to get into the team. So maybe kind of hard to do if you are on a budget. Just to throw it out there, he does have a headliners card that you can pick up for about 120K. If you go over budget, which is going to be a much better card. That's probably the one that you want. But again, if you don't have 100K, pick this guy up for like 30K. And as long as you can link him into the team, he's worth a shot. There's also a card that you're probably waiting for me to mention, but he actually comes in at just over 100K. I think the last time I checked, this card was 105K. You can get the 87 Mahrez at this point for just over 105K. And this brings in another 5-star skiller into the team. He's got medium to medium work rates, which personally I hate. But if you run him as a cam, get him in the middle of the field where he can take advantage of those skill moves. You know, maybe give a guy a little shimmy and and hit a shot. Something like that. Decent pace, good decent finishing, attacking position, good composure, really good agility and balance, good stamina, so he's gonna be able to run all day. If you've got just over 100K, maybe give this guy a look as well. But I'll just throw him back down there for the time being. I don't know why, but we're gonna do it. But yeah, maybe one of those three guys there. You'll give a shout. You want to give one of those guys a go, depending on your budget there. Now let's move on to the center mids. So we've got a few center mids because obviously there's cams, center mids, and then there's CDMs. And I think the first one we'll start with is one of my favorites in this game this year. Actually, I already got him down here, which I think is probably one of the best non-icon box-to-box mids in the game, even at this point, which is Nangolan. So this guy's got high work rates. He's only 3-star, 3-star, and 5'9". But if you look at his defensive stats, he's got 86 interceptions, 86 standing tackle, 90 sliding tackle, 93 stamina, 88 aggression. He's got 86 attacking position, 84 shot power, 86 long shots. So he's actually, you know, he can do it all pretty much in this game. He's got pretty decent passing. You know, he's a guy that can do it. That can do a lot of stuff in this game. He really just needs a bump maybe in his finishing, jumping. Although 5'9", I don't know how much you want to worry about that. And then maybe his pace at this point in the game would be a concern. But you know, if you've got a guy that you need to link to a Serie A squad or Serie A players or Belgian players, you know, you want to definitely give this guy a look. He comes in right now at only, what's his price right now? 13K. What the? Super cheap at this point in the game, and he's still solid for me. Still a solid option there, so I would definitely give him a consideration. If you do need a little bit more, I think really I wouldn't recommend. I know he's got like a UCL card and stuff like that. That's a little bit more. I would either use this card or jump straight to the 86 Inform or Once to Watch. I wouldn't use anything in between, although that Inform is going to cost you over 100K, so just keep that in mind. But that's definitely a good option there. If you want kind of like a stopgap in between him and his 86 Inform, there is a new card out for Party. He's got an 86 rated Inform. You may want to give this card a go as well. This card actually comes in about like 99 to 100K. So depending on when you look, he may be just under budget. So this card is 6'1" versus 5'9". He's also got high work rates, 3-star, 3-star. This card's got 87 standing tackle, 84 marking, 82 interception. He can jump, so he's going to be able to win headers for you. 88 jumping, 91 stamina, 84 strength. So those are some of the positives, I think, over Nangolan card. He's got the physical with the height. He's also got better passing. Now, Nangolan has better shooting, though, as far as like attacking position and finishing. That's the one thing this card lacks. But also the agility and balance. This card's going to feel a little bit less agile. But you know, if you're looking for something in between, I would say Nangolan's 86 Inform and his gold card. I would maybe consider this. Also, if you've got some La Liga players around you, you can link them. This is a potential option there. So yeah, I like where we're going with that. Also, as I mentioned before, UCL cards. They're getting cheaper and cheaper now. You can get this card for under 100K, about 97K last time I checked. I think I already got him down at the bottom here. And we've got UCL Live Fakir. So this card's only got a 3-star weak foot, but he's got 4-star skill moves, high medium work rates. He's 5'8", and would you just look at that? Look at his dribbling, man. 91 composure, 92 dribbling, 91 ball control. Look at that agility and balance. 92, 93. So he's gonna feel really good on the ball. Decent stamina. He might need a sub at the end of the game. 84 strength, 82 pace, not too bad, and his shooting is pretty solid as well. I think this is probably one of the best cam cards you can get for under 100K at this point. Certainly one I would look for. And then he's got the French links, so they don't even need to be in Ligue 1 because there's a ton of good French cards in this game. So didn't have any issues working them into your team. But I like that. I like that card as well. As far as CDMs, kind of had to think a lot about this because obviously there is Allen, which comes to mind, but you can get his base card under like 100K under 10K at this point. And I don't know if it's worth it to snag his UCL card for like 35, 40K when you just get +1. So I mean, I guess if you have a little bit extra coins to burn, maybe check him out. But I'm kind of feeling this new Ndidi card that just came out. He just got a new Inform, 83 rated Ndidi. Gives you those Premier League links. He's 6 foot, So he's not short like Allen, which I think is only 5'9". He's got a 4-star weak foot. This guy's got 94 jumping, so he's going to win all kinds of headers and stuff in the air for you. 96 stamina. He's going to be able to run all day. 89 aggression. So the physical, obviously, is one of his strong points. The strength is kind of meh. But look at those defensive stats. 88 ratings and pretty much damn near everything. So he's going to be able to defend for you. He's going to be able to win headers for you. I would say really his weak point in this game is going to be his passing. You know, he's only got 76 short passing, 74 long passing, so we'll need a little bit of a boost there. And then maybe his pace at this point in the game, being only 76 rated. His agility and balance is not super high either, but he is 6 foot, so he's probably not going to feel like super fast anyway. But yeah, I would say this is a solid CDM card for under 100K. In fact, you can get this card for about 30 to 31K right now. 30 to 32K right now. So super cheap, and you know, maybe one you would want to consider if you are looking to put together a Bundes or a Premier League squad. So I like where we're rolling with that. Really, we only have one position left, and that is our striker position. And we've got a couple options here. First one would be Griezmann, 89 rated. This card right here. He's got the quickness, 88 acceleration. He's got the attacking position and finishing. Obviously 91, 92. Maybe there's a little bit of jump and shot power. And then he's got the dribbling, 87 composure, 88 dribbling, 90 ball control, 90 agility. He's got 90 jumping, although he's only 5'9". I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. Only 81 stamina, so he may or may not need to be subbed out depending on whether you decide to run him as a striker or cam. But this is a pretty solid card, which is only going to run you about 79K right now. He's got French and La Liga links. Only a 3-star weak foot, which is probably the one of the downfalls about this card. But again, you know, if you're under 100K, you can't be super picky. You just got to work with what you can. So I would say you give him an option. See, you could see he links with Promes, which is an option. He would also link to Fakir. So bam, you get a nice little triangle right there. Yo, this is all adding up, baby. Oh my goodness. I'm just crafting this shit together. So yeah, man, he's an option there. You've also got Ben Yedder, which I know has been a fan favorite of a lot of people, even since the beginning of this year, this base card, which I personally didn't necessarily like a lot because he gets tossed around. This card does have, he is a little bit weak. He's only got 60 strength, and he's freaking 5'7", but he's got a high work rates, 4-star skill moves, and a 5-star weak foot, which is great. If you look at his attacking position and his finishing, really good. So if you can get him in front of goal, hey, he's probably going to score. Good acceleration. He's got really good dribbling. So, you know, it's one of the options you can consider there as well. He goes for about 69K, 69, 70K. So that is that's an option for you. I do have a couple honorable mentions here as well, which I'll put down here. There is also my boy Aguero. Which Aguero, for me, he's decent. He's decent. I wouldn't say he sucks or anything like that, or he's super amazing. But hey, if you need a Premier League striker for about 90K, this boy will do you. He's got really good shooting. If you look at that attacking position, finishing, shot power, all that's good. He's a little bit lacking on pace, so maybe you want to have somebody that's a little bit pacier to partner with him. His shooting and dribbling are going to be his kind of like his main qualities there, his shooting and his dribbling. So just pair him with somebody that's got a little bit more pace, and he'll do well. Also got my boy here, which I think is a pretty decent budget striker, and that is man of the match Rodrigo. So he's got an 86 rated man of the match card here, which is solid. Again, this card only has a 3-star weak foot, but you know, we're talking budget. I would obviously prefer all of my players to have 4-star weak foots or better, but you know, hey, you got to pay for that, man. You got to pay for that, so it is what it is. Yeah, he's 6 foot, high medium work rates, This card is got some pace, so 88 acceleration, 93 sprint speed. And if you look at that attacking position, 88 rated, 86 finishing, 87 shot power. So he's going to be able to get behind his score, basically. So this is a card that you want to just give an option if you are using a La Liga team or if you need the Spanish links. He's also got an 87 rated man of the match card, which is just over 100k, actually 105k. That obviously would be the better option out of these two. So if you can afford the extra 5k, then maybe pick up the 87 rated. That's a solid option as well. And the last honorable mention that I want to give out to is my boy Iñaki Williams. Not a lot of people are using this card, but he's pretty meta, man, in terms of if you look at his stats. I mentioned him briefly in the under 10k video, his base card, but this is his inform right here. So his inform goes for about 49.50k. If you look at this card right off the bat, he's got the pace, no doubt. He's got strength, 88 strength, so he's going to be able to muscle his way into or in front of players to get the ball. He's going to be able to shoot while they're all on his back because he's got the strength. Even though I know his balance is a little bit low, he'll still be able to hold them off. He's 6'1". He's got 89 jumping, so good luck out jumping him in the air. Really say the only bad things about him is his composure is a little low at 75. His balance is a little low, but again, he is 6'1". His attacking position and finishing could maybe use a slight boost through a Kim style. But he's definitely got some meta points with this card, so it's definitely one to consider if you are on a budget less than 50k. High work rates on the card, 4-star skill moves, and yeah, that's pretty much it as far as what I would consider the most OP players under 100k. So if you're building if you're building a squad that's slightly budget, or you just want a squad to get you through until team of the season for super cheap, these are the guys that I would consider mainly your main options as far as building a team. Again, this isn't a squad I'm putting together, just individual players that are good under 100k. And then you can see some alternate options down on the bench below. So if there's anyone I missed that you guys think are super OP for under 100k, make sure you list them down in the comments below and let me know what you think about ones that I've chosen here. And maybe we'll do one a little bit later on for like 250k or something like that. We'll see. We might have to do it soon because team of the season, I don't know when it's coming out, but we'll probably want to do this before prices are like, if they do. So yeah, man, like this video if you guys like this type of content. Subscribe to the damn channel if you haven't already. And I think we did good today. I think we did good today, man. So I'll see you guys next time. I'm out of here. See ya.